Hey. All right, looks like we are live here. Hey everyone. This video is just going to be all about Coalition Victory. It's just how good of a card is it really? I think all of my decks here have Coalition Victory in it. Yeah, just making sure. Also, this will be a fun little deck to showcase what I'm using for Revolving Planeswalk these days. So this will be not only a showcase of my current decks, but I also want to show you, okay, is Coalition Victory really worth it? Well, let's check it out. What I've noticed is you definitely need to play with a good amount of conversion to get the um, get the victory banner token on the board consistently. So every deck that I use Coalition Victory in has a decent amount of conversion in it. Okay. Hellraiser. This one's just kind of a silly combo deck. You'll see how it works soon, I hope. Okay, Hellraiser. Alright. Hellraiser coming soon, hopefully. Alright. Oh, and a self-reflection. That's good. Let's see what we get. Rush of Dread, Fall of the Bodies. Let's see, we'll do Fall of the Bodies. Try and get some more cards in our hand. Okay, getting Coalition Victory, but we only have a spree of 2, so another Fall of the Bodies. See if we can draw into our Cut Your Losses and get some conversion going here. But I think I'll probably cast my Cut Your Losses before that even happens, so. So I only got the spree 2, which is not ideal, but let's see if we can draw into Cut Your Losses, though. Don't need that Xander. Just kind of clogging the board right now. What's fun is that we could just continuously hit our opponent for 6 damage while we dig for the pieces we want. Which is cool. Problem is, though, if I get to Cut Your Losses, then I won't even be able to convert any gems because I put so many clue tokens on the board. Yeah, let's just stop the loop and then get it going the next turn. Xander and Evelyn. I haven't seen that combo in a while. Okay. Okay. Got a blue match there. See what we get out of it. Nothing? God. Too many clue tokens on the board. Rush of Dread might be cool. I didn't get enough spree, which kind of sucks. Maybe I should put something in that destroys gems on the board. I'll try that next time. Rush of Dread for the hell of it. It's the only thing. Should I take out Follow the Bodies and put in something like Lock and Load? Or something that destroys gems? I would say something that destroys gems would be better for this deck. Well, we won anyway, but sure. Okay, well, that's a pretty basic way of showing off that deck in particular, but let's try and optimize it a little bit more for coalition victory. So, what we gotta do to do that? Something that's gonna reliably destroy a bunch of gems on the board. Anzrag's Rampage? I think so. I think that's the move there. Try that. Instead of Rush of Dread? Sure. So, Anzrag's Rampage, destroy all artifact cards and exile the top X cards from your library. X is the number of artifact cards destroyed. This way, you may pick the first two different creature cards from your exile, move that card into play under your control. So, oops, did I not grab it? Okay, so that will destroy all of our clue tokens, giving us room to play conversion. And let's see if this works out fine. Breach into Follow the Bodies. It's a pretty big mana investment there, but if we can draw into something interesting, that would be good. Too many of these. Probably don't even need that right now. Hellraiser. Okay, this will be good. See what Hellraiser gives us. Cut your losses and coalition victory. Oh, that's perfect. So Ginger. Destroy him. Thank you. Get a coalition victory going. Follow the bodies. Self-reflection. Cut our losses. So there we go. Coalition victory. Exiling all their creatures and getting 3 of their cards out of their hand. And then Anzrag's Rampage, clearing out the board. That's the spell card. Cut our losses. Get this guy going. We'll do one more cycle of this loop so I could show you what coalition victory does when you have the victory banner down. So I'll just let this play out. Advance. Turn at 6. So there's our cards full of mana there. Last four cards in your hand gain full mana. Let's draw some cards here. Tune the Narrative is cool. If you can chain a bunch of those together, it's just so much mana. The only problem is you run out of space for clue tokens to be created, so Follow the Bodies isn't always going to collect evidence if you have too many of those out, but at that point, it barely matters, right? So if we want to keep going at this point, we won. I'll show you why. Because I can just keep this going for as long as we want. Self-reflection. Play another Coalition Victory. Get rid of what's in his hand. So if I run out of room to convert, I can just copy Coalition Victory until I win. Okay, yeah, see. It's not converting anymore because I have too much other junk on the board. So I'll just do Coalition Victory. Uh, oops. Did I hit yes instead of not now and didn't realize it? Oh well. And then they're destroying clue tokens for me, so that's just going to put a bunch of cards in my hand that Coalition Victory banner fills back up. And then, yeah, next spell I cast, I win because of Vance. And there you have it. So that deck is pretty cool, pretty loopy. I didn't really show you too much of Tune the Narrative because Hellraiser never got one with the Forge emblem on it, unfortunately. But that is a good card as well, especially if you can chain a bunch together with Hellraiser. You just keep drawing a card and giving it tons of mana. But yeah, this is a really pretty fun deck. I think I may have shared a version of this on my review of Raw, but yeah, I decided to put Coalition Victory in here. And this deck moves a little smoother because we're not having to destroy creatures to hit objectives, so it's a little more straightforward. Pretty easy to fulfill this objective. Cool. Good stuff for Blade Coil there. So I like Inexorable Tide in this deck for a couple of reasons. One, to get to our Urabrask saga third chapter easily. And then two, for gaining loyalty. So I can use his third ability pretty quickly. How should I just destroy this dude? Sure. Chandra speaking. We'll save that coalition victory for later and try and get this going. Um, let's see, multi-class airmass. Let us try and ramp into coalition victory with some cascades instead, because that's more likely to get us the victory banner token. Are we there? Let's see. 4, 5. Yes, sweet. Working out exactly how I hoped. Oh, and we're going to have another coalition victory casted in a sec here. Yeah, that hand destruction is just kind of nutty. Alright, so we got Urbrast that flipped. Let's grab a spell with Chandra. Let's grab a few more cards. Another coalition victory. Probably don't need it, but it's always nice to have one of those. Oh, hey, Roy. Good to see you in here. Okay, so we get the second part of the saga. Then we're going to go into the third, and then that's going to get us a bunch of spells. And oh, shoot, I don't have room in my hand there. Dang it. That didn't fill up spells the way I wanted it to. Let's see. Spell cards in. No. Okay, what does... Okay, we get cut our losses. Try and get our spree count up. But that's probably not going to gain us another coalition victory, unfortunately. Okay, great. We're getting a lot of cards in our hand, hopefully. Okay, well, there's... That helped. Hit the mother load. Okay, I think this could work. Do our -2 for Chandra. Get some mana in our spells. Hellraiser. Oops, well, I won it. I won anyway, so. Forgot I even did his third ability there, but yeah, that one wasn't as smooth as it usually is, so maybe I'll just run this deck one more time. But yeah, the key there is coalition victory to pair with cut your losses, just to get a bunch of cascades going and stuff. And if you can chain a couple of cut your losses together and draw into coalition victory, then you are golden. Okay, anything? I'm gonna save until I get a better match, better color match. Black, not as good as blue, but... Oh, I think I still got a blue match. No? Okay. But it's definitely better than red. Hit the motherlode? Sure. Okay. Don't need that inexorable tide, so I will chuck it for that. Take 4 our cards we want with Hit the Motherlode. Hit the Motherlode is a great card. Don't believe Gaussmaster. follow the bodies. Coalition victory. Not enough to get me there, but it's alright. No Chandra on the board yet either. Okay. Spree 4, though. Not as good as Spree 5. But we'll get our Urbrass to flip here in a sec, so that's cool too. Okay. Cut your losses. Okay, well, we're winning on this turn anyway, but let's see what happens. How much damage do I do to this guy? Okay. See, it's never as much as you want it to be. Rawl's second is so much better, but that's just me complaining. Let's do... Clear out a bunch of room for cut your losses. Oh man, that's just Spree 4. Oh well. It's not enough for me to just win. I want to win in style. Maybe I should put Ansrag's Rampage in this deck as well. To clear out space for cut your losses and stuff. And that'll draw me a bunch too. Only thing is Rawl's third is an artifact. So if you play Ansrag's Rampage, it will destroy it. So that I don't really like. Okay. Let's get into some more fun stuff over here. That deck I mostly built to hit objectives, not necessarily for maximizing coalition victory. But let's get into the ones that do better. So green is obviously a very strong pairing for coalition victory. So here's my deck. This one, again, is built to hit objectives. So if I wasn't trying to hit objectives, although I could put in Healer of the Pride into this deck and take advantage of the Cemetery Protector tokens. It will take a long time for your turns to end, but if you don't care about that, okay, sweet. Cease. Ophelia. Well, let's get a coalition victory going. Okay, seeing what they got. Oh, I always get confused. I'm trying to exile their cards with that prompt and not pick stuff. So it's like, wait, what happened? Me not paying attention is what happened. Okay. Great. Exile their graveyard so that I can make a bunch of humans. Put Velia down. Start destroying their stuff and stealing it for myself. Ramp into a Galta here. Probably not. Oh wait, yeah. Yes, I can. Of course I can. I hit her third ability. So this is probably not gonna get me to spree 5. Almost. Coalition victory definitely makes you pay more attention to what sort of cascades and all that you can create. So it's a fun card in that regard. Aside from its just power. But yeah, this deck easily hits objectives. This is the last card I'll play. Not going to worry about it. Exile this card, yeah. No good swaps, but we're winning anyway, so. Alright. I'll run that one more time because we didn't get to really showcase Coalition victory that well. Okay. What do we got? Angel Fire Ignitions. Not the best hand to start with, but can gain some ground here, hopefully. What is that? Impeachment. Just playing with a bunch of conversion, huh? Well, you're not supposed to play supports in this node, so he's breaking all the rules. That card's going to make people frustrated facing in coalition play. Yeah, I would venture to guess so. Ooh, stole a Rakdos out of their graveyard. That's good. Yeah, sure, why not? We're doing double duty of destroying their stuff and taking it for myself. which is pretty fun. Oh man. Hey, when did that start working with no creatures on the board? That's scary. The hell? Forged by Greed. Let's see. At the beginning of combat turn, your first creature gets +1, and then it's for opposing creatures. So the then doesn't matter anymore? They don't have to have a creature on the battlefield for it to work? That is effed up. Someone tells me that's not right. Yeah, wow, indeed. Oh, shit. And he finally got his own Rakdos out. Man, I've been struggling with this battle here. Get things going. When was that change? I mean, you tell me because I've never seen that before. But that is something that's definitely worth mentioning. Oh, cool. We got Spree 10. All right. Well, that should keep us safe for a while. Exile his graveyard. Get that out of there. Yeah, no kidding. So you're definitely packing support destruction when facing a Dakon. It's not enough for creature destruction. Okay, we're probably going to have a crap ton of human tokens created here. Yeah, what the hell? Don't like that. Is there anything we can do about it? Well, we're winning here anyway, but don't like that. Dakon did not need a buff. Timer run out, and we win. Um, that is very much worth bringing up to the devs, so I will do that. When did I cast the support? Or is that Felia doing that? Didn't say anything about it casting. It just says return. That should be a summon. Why is it counting as a cast? Hmm. I mean, these objectives are all screwed up anyway, so really not surprised if Felia is doing that. and it's just not counting it correctly. Okay, so here is a deck that also has Coalition Victory in it, and it's a really fun deck, very oppressive. It's really hard for your opponent to get things going. So that's why I put in Tribute to Hirobi, so that there's always a creature for my other creatures to attack. So, um, yeah, exactly. Definitely bringing it up to him. But this deck is just really solid. I may have showcased a version of this deck before. I can't remember exactly. Okay, so we want connecting the dots on the board. Rattleworm. Sure, eat all my removals. I'm alright with that. Wouldn't use that worm until I pulled demo at least. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why the worm is in this deck, is because if I get desert on the board, I'm killing off my conversion. So I need a way to reliably pop those little gems it creates. So I think that. So that takes care of that objective. I don't ever actually play that token. It's too bad it takes that long for the gem destruction to occur, because I would easily be able to hit spree 5 otherwise. Dracosaur. Don't really need it right now. Okay, well I won, but so that is how I hit the objectives for that one. Let's see. And then summoning 4 more creatures is really easily done with Windgrace. And I use the same deck for the red node of this event. Works pretty well for it. It's actually not even that fast of a deck, and it still usually hits the objectives, so. Right. Probably ramp into that desert. I was gonna see if I hit a cascade there. That's why I made that play. It was a bad play, I'll admit. Get another Dracosaur down. Tempt into a coalition victory. Let's see. Will that work? Will I create enough cascades? Sweet, we did. So yeah, you can see it's a little bit of luck involved when it comes to getting that nice victory banner token on the board. But making your opponent discard 3 cards in their hand is always going to be pretty relevant. And then you just continuously can make that happen if you want by just grabbing a bunch of coalition victories whenever you can. The Discover token. Making a bunch of gold tokens on the board will also help with gaining mana when we're not converting. So we hit 1 objective. Huh. Yeah, I got a lot of loyalty right now. I don't really need it. So I might as well keep it around. And let Desert do its thing. What I like about Pride of Whole Clade is it'll trigger even if you don't attack with it that turn. If it still has Summoning Sickness, it'll still do its thing there. So that really helps with hitting that objective. But yeah, once this deck gets going, you're just getting a bunch of mana in your hand without even trying. You can draw into stuff. You know, doesn't really matter. Don't really need the mana at this point. Templates with Discovery is still kind of relevant because those cascades will still be working to get you spree, and it might pop a bunch of demolition field or gold tokens, so you'll get mana in that way. That's the only reason, or that's a justification, I should say, for having Tempt and Desert in that same deck. But definitely weakens the power of the mana gain. So what I found really is Coalition Victory is just insane in Legacy because of all the green conversion you get. So this is a deck that I've been using lately. I think, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I'll show you some Legacy decks. Yeah, this one's fun. I don't usually make videos showcasing Legacy stuff, so that's a nice place for live streams to. It's nice. Live streams are a nice place to showcase some of this stuff too, but green conversion with Coalition Victory is just unfair because once you get that victory banner down and you're making 5 swaps all the time or 5 matches all the time, you're just going to be continuously refilling your hand. So it's like giving yourself Prism Array or having a Prism Array available for you. So the loop is pretty self-sustaining in that way. I always forget Desert and its loyalty damage to creatures. Yeah, I forget it too until it happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. What is happening? What even was all that? I don't actually care enough to find out, just so you know. This was a weird battle because most of the things that really make this deck go didn't even really show up, so I have to redo this battle. See, this is why when you're a content creator, you do a lot of editing. You record a bunch of stuff and you toss out a lot of stuff too. Because that did not showcase Coalition victory at all. Because it never even showed up. Huff didn't even show up. There are like 3 key cards that just never came on into play. Okay, so we're saving that Coalition victory this time. Nice Cascade. People ask, like, should I get this Planeswalker for that Harvest Tide event? Nah, not even the best for that event. But people don't think about how good she is for creatureless objectives. You do need to put in some token creators into your deck if you do use her in that way, but she's pretty good at that part of things, at least. So now this time my gem conversion doesn't show up, of course. Well, maybe a little bit Colony Garden and Dryad Arbor, but I need to get like Hour of Promise or something on the board. Um, Still no Huff either. That usually helps a lot. Huff is in this deck, right? Let me check. Not seen it for 2 turns. Oh, it's not in this deck. That's why. Um, I mean, it's a fine deck. Get this is Expedition. Now I'll put Huff in instead. I want more cards. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I wasn't seeing Huff in this deck. So Coalition Victory can only be found in a $60 bundle. Yeah. Well, that's part of why I'm doing this showcase here, to let you guys decide if Coalition Victory is something that you want to spend money on. I mean, if you're someone who has money and doesn't mind spending on the game and want to support the developers and all that, I think it's a pretty good purchase. What I would do if you're somebody who has VIP and like that's your budget for this game, then I would just and you're like already have a big collection, you're just kind of I guess using it for the deck slots, then um I would maybe just pause VIP for a couple of months so that you can afford to get it because if you already have everything else, then you probably have had VIP for a while anyway, right? So, if you're gonna sink that much money into the game anyway, you might as well do it for something that you can't get any other way. But I don't know, that's my 2 cents. That's how I would go about it if I needed it and I had the money to spend. So you gotta want it and you also gotta have the means to purchase it. Spend a ton on this game. 4 cards for 60 is not for me. Well, I mean, for 4 cards, really only one is great. Um, the amount of cards you get isn't really the real consideration. It's the quality of the card. And yeah, I mean, do what you want with your money. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't buy the card, but that's just my perspective on it. Yeah, it's really you're paying $60 for that card, which I mean, is it Omni? No, but it's permanently standard, so it'll always be a relevant card. And depending on what type of gem conversion we get in the future in standard, um, it's a card that you'll probably always find yourself using. But I mean that's my pitch for it. Let me see. Do I have any other standard decks that make good use of Coalition Victory? I mean, I have the Grist, the decks too, but can't show you those yet. Okay. This one's an interesting deck. I don't remember if I ever showcase this deck. Valiana deck. Oh yeah, 4 p.m. to buying new Sorin is actually a nice deal. Yeah, because like you said, you get 4 p.m. 2 cards out of it. Um, which I think it was Gauze who broke it down, where he was like, if you get if you were just to buy the pack with PM2 in it, the 3 cards or whatever, you're only paying like another like $6 or $7 to get the Planeswalker if you just buy his bundle. Oh, that was annoying. I didn't do that to myself. But this is just a fun little Vanguard showcase deck. I do have a Valiana deck actually. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Oh my god. Am I gonna do recorded evidence of me playing Valiana? Oh my god. Gauze is gonna unsubscribe. Create a little green dino. Yeah, and give all our creatures menace here. So what I do with Claim, Jumper, so everybody's a pirate now. So that means I'm gonna be converting a lot of gems to white on my next turn. Okay, we get a Coalition Victory in there. The Moon Shaker. Get some more reinforcements. Roy, I'm trusting you not to tell him. Crazy amounts of cascades, tons of spree. So yeah, that is just rotten. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Did I do all mine? Okay. I already did that. Oh, man. Well, that would have been cool to draw 4 cards and then so that I can just ramp into my victory banner cards. Okay. How did I not convert at all? That is BS. Well, we're gonna win anyway here. We got double strike. Uh, yeah, let's, actually, why did I do that? Oh well, I'm just having fun here anyway. If I cared at all, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, okay, well, still won. Okay, yeah, I do have a very oppressive Valiana deck. And, so that's a fun little Whatley deck. I just threw that in there because I wanted to see what happens when you, throw all those Vanguards into a deck together. I don't know if I have a space to actually use that deck somewhere. I mean, I probably could. But, a lot of the decks I have are just fun stuff. No, not this one. Play control? Um, oh no. Do I just not? Maybe I don't have a deck built for her. Well, let's just do something with this then. What should I take out? Sunbird Standard. Wow, I haven't touched this deck in a while if Sunbird Standard still is in it. It's, yes, yes we do. Was this the right deck? Gosh. We do need more deck slots, damn it. We need a freaking deck slot sale at the very least. They haven't run one of those in like a year and a half. I'm someone who, when they give me planeswalkers to review, they give you also like the bundle, right? Like if you bought the planeswalker with cash. So that always comes with crystals, and what I always do is use some of those crystals um to buy a deck slot. I mean, I depending on the planeswalker, if I'm having fun with it, I want to continuously um or I want to like make a bunch of decks for them anyway. So I just like to do that. Whatever I pull, they're just gonna steal or discard from me anyway, so that's annoying. An early Alka-Seltzer is very annoying. I have to somehow get to loyalty. Okay, good. Xander, I don't really want any of those. This will be fun. Um, oh yeah, Rakdos and Aclazotz. That is rough. You're in for some choppy waters there. Okay, well, at least this will buy me some time. Oh, we're at here, third ability already. I wasn't even paying enough attention. Yeah, I'm like the pro when it comes to using Veliana, as you can tell. Okay, let's see. Will this work? Spree 2, Spree 3, Spree 4. Yeah, that's our Spree 5. Spree 6? Okay. Yeah, that's plenty good. Wait, I guess I can keep that Galta around at this point. Spree 9. Very good. Then we refill our hand with that 5 swap. She is very good at creating those. So, yeah, next turn, all those cards we drew for making a 5 match are going to get mana in them. It's a bit to get there, but there we are. If I needed to, I would have saved those coalition victories for later, but we're obviously winning here. She didn't even need CV, that's just oppressive. I mean, yeah, it's great to have it, of course, but you do spend a lot of time getting there. This deck also needs what's it called? Ripples of Undeath. So maybe I'll just throw that in here. Sunbird Standard. I mean, I like Decimator Web, but Ripples of Undeath will just work every turn no matter what. And it draws us an extra card too. Which Coalition or I don't think Decimator Web does either. So yeah, this should be a decent deck here. Didn't I just fight Mikkel a little while ago? Um, yeah, it's getting to be that time, so this might be my last battle here. Unless you have something else out there you want me to try. Tiny Bones joins up is good. Um, there was something going on that was funky about it when I last tried it. Maybe it's fixed now? Um, there's something going on where it wasn't doing what it was supposed to. Wait, why is Decimator Web still in here? Did I use the wrong deck? I think I did. Let me look at Tiny Bones joins up again. This will give me a chance to do that anyway. Um, oh yeah, I don't have anything. Okay, let's go into Tiny Bones. What does Vraska joins up do? Oh, yeah, I can see why I never use that card. When it's a pet enters, when you cast another legendary creature or support, destroy the top 3 different cards of your target player's life. Maybe I'm thinking of a different card. I thought something was funky with it, but I don't know if I have enough creatures in this deck that I'm going to continuously put on the board to make that better than Ripples of Undeath, but it's an interesting thought. Victory. Okay, don't need either of those for now. Oh, well. That would have been good to get Spree 7 already, but there's no way to predict that. That's the thing about this card. If you're really relying on that Spree 5, you're probably going to be disappointed every so often. Okay, let's see. How lucky do we get here? Spree 1, Spree 2. Hmm. Will we get to Spree 5? Oh, yeah, we will. All right. Can't be mad at that. Xancha's legendary. True. I just don't really use Xancha very often. Obviously, a great card, but I just don't have a lot of room for it in most of my decks. So, Xander, let's get a breach. 2 breaches. Ripples of Undeath. At this point, I won't need a lot of loyalty. Extra loyalty, I should say. It'll just give me loyalty anyway. Appreciate the live stream, sir. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for hanging out, keeping me company here. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Coalition Victory? Do you like it? Do you think it's as good as people say it is? um, I don't know if I did the greatest showcase of it here. It's just kind of luck of the draw what kind of battles you end up with, but if you build for it, it's very strong, as you can see. I mean, some creatures and deck styles definitely lend itself more to it than others. I think there are a couple of things we learn here that kind of get in the way of it. Consistently hitting Spree. Of course, I like it. I just don't like the price tag. Yeah, I hear ya. Um, yeah, I mean, spending $60 for one card is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. The other 3 cards, I really haven't found a great use for them. Coalition Victory is definitely the star of that show. But yeah, it's a really good card, and yeah, if anybody's watching this later, Let me know what you think. Did this sway you one way or the other? Or you're never going to buy it no matter what. All right. I will see you all on Discord soon. I'm just chomping at the bit to showcase Grist, so I'm probably going to get around to filming some stuff for my review and have that ready to go day of release. As of now, I'm not totally sure when that's coming out, but I'm sure very soon. So I need to get on that, and I will see you all soon. People have the money, of course. Do what you want, regret. Yeah, you'll definitely not regret it if you're not if you're somebody who's really hardcore about the game. Because it is a really good card, and you'll find a lot of places to use it. You'll probably have to justify spending that money for it, so you better make it work, but it is a really good card. I really gotta stress that. Alright. See you later, Roy, and see everybody else later, too.